Season 4.
Killing machine this bomber clock from one bomber clock column.
Yeah. I get that feeling in my stomach like I'm feeling for a come up, like a pregnant woman eating for her unborn son or daughter. Serial killer with a splash of cold milk. These men are built by weight, lactic acid, home skills. For the massive more meals, for the gastric hole still. Listen, we may clash but the titans don't chill. This is food for four, food for you all. We ain't the news, just a crew with the tools for the sport. Fast food.
You are now listening to the Fast Food Podcast.
Okay. Chickadee check.
Check the chicken.
Microphone check.
That's the best sound check I've ever heard in my life.
This is the Fast Food Podcast, Season 4, Episode 8, people. Episode 8, yeah, nah.
What's that, Gerard's number, yeah?
Yeah, man. Listen, I go by the name of Morgan Heights. I'm your host today, and I'm with two illustrious guests. One them called Drizzy Sakafet Freckles. The other one I'm gonna introduce in a second, but we're just, you know what I mean, we're just building up a little anticipation.
Yeah. Like, you know, this is the part where you add the lube and slowly take your time to get into it. You don't just rush into it straight away.
Wow.
Okay, for those who don't know, we are here every fortnight to bring you food for thought, soul food for the mind, a feast for the palate. For those who don't know, before we kick off, all episodes are available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts and Soundcloud. All visual episodes will be available 2 days after the audio is out. Go check out, subscribe, support Fast Food Podcast TV for entire episodes and also clips. What are you telling me?
What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything you want to know, bro.
I mean, I think you kind of peaked too early, but...
No, that was nice. That's light. That was a light jab. That was a throwaway punch just to put the numbers on the stat sheet. You know
I mean.
Also, just disclaimer, I snort a lot when I laugh, so
that's all right. That's cool. We'll get a couple of those out today.
Okay, this is what we're doing
I'm sure
today.
we can get edited out.
Okay.
Keep it cute.
So listen, today we have a special guest. I'm very excited to have her on the show. One, because it's the first guest of this new season, and I feel this is important. Second of all, we've been chopping it up for a couple of months now.
We have.
On an app, which we touch on.
Well, I want to take full credit for what's happening right now, because if I didn't invite you to join the party, you wouldn't have spoken to Char and we won't be here today. So just give me my flowers, please.
There's
No,
logic.
you're actually right there still, because it was Drizzy who
invited you on.
So that's important.
We're just here to make people...
Does anyone even know how this came to be? Because I was trying to work this out the other day. How did this... Because I can't remember a time before this, so I'm kind of...
Should we take it down memory lane real quick? Go ahead.
So first of all, I want to introduce the one them call...
Who, me?
I called her the other day, about 2 days ago, and I called her Chardonnay.
That's what I'm going to go by with.
Oh, hello. Very upmarket, very je ne sais quoi.
And when I called her Chardonnay, she started grinning and laughing on the phone.
It's
I was
my
like...
stage name.
All right. How would you like... Officially, how would you like to
I mean,
be?
you lot are family, so call me what you must. But, you know, Charlie will do.
See it there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. For those who know me.
All right.
So let's talk, man. No, look, wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
You got introduced.
Untitled Joe, cameraman in the building, Wagwan, my G.
Original Gungagan.
What you telling me, bruv? Bruv, yesterday the header was immense. Pause. Right? The header was immense, and it was absolutely what we needed. So like we'll chop it up about that later on. Also, we just got just you know what I mean?
Christian Dior velour.
Yeah, fly by night.
Jeez,
chilling.
Bruv, when I walked in, I thought it was Puff.
Literally.
I thought the time has come. We're gonna sign the deal.
Swag will be televised.
Yeah, I thought it was Puff.
Yeah. Untitled man like Joseph in the building. Wagwan, Joseph. Yeah, my G. Blessings, Joseph.
Wow.
In fact of the matter is, if you care to check out the show on Joseph's podcast, I was a guest
I saw
recently
that.
on
Yeah,
there. And first and foremost, I want to thank you for having me on the show. Let them know where they can check it out still.
You can find me on all social media platforms, A Matter of Mindset. Oh, my bad.
Bring it down. Bring it down for the Donny.
Come on, Puff. You've seen one of these before.
Yeah, man, we can't make
No.
Puff.
You know, I'm executive out here,
No,
B.
no.
Yeah, obviously you can
You're not
find me on
being
all
mollycoddled
social
with
media
that.
platforms, A Matter of Mindset on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast. Follow the ting.
Yeah,
He's
man.
about.
Yeah, man, he's doing his thing. Welcome, Char. Welcome, Joseph. Blessings.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been no problem at all, and I'm excited. I just want to just chop it up with you lot for a couple of minutes. What's been
Let's do
happening?
it.
What's going on? Talk to me.
Well, I mean, life is good. Everyone looks healthy. Everyone looks happy. Like, do you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's a good place to start, right? Do you know what I mean? The weekend's been and gone. It's Monday. Depending on how you look at Monday, you can look at like we're on the journey to another weekend, or you can look at like we're gonna stomp
Kind of
these
wishing your life away there.
motherfuckers. Yeah, true.
But we opened today. We opened up.
Yeah, I mean,
We
So-
have opened up.
Yeah.
that's right.
So officially now we can eat in a restaurant.
We can.
Inside.
We can eat inside. We can eat inside.
How many people? Doesn't matter.
6, yeah.
Still
I think
6, yeah?
6 still apply.
6.
But your food won't be blown away, so.
So Nando's, I'm coming.
I mean, there's a Nando's not too far from me.
I love that that's where you aspired
Yeah.
to go to. That's the first
Yeah, that's
place.
my
I love
place.
it.
Like Nando's is the place to go to.
You know the thing about Nando's? I don't trust people who need to look at the menu when they go into Nando's. If you look at the menu, I'm like,
My thing is though, when they ask you, have you been here before?
Medium.
Who hasn't?
this is true. Yeah. With the peri tamer.
What did you say? Medium.
Joseph
Oh,
asked me
lemon
how I
and
do my
herb.
chicken.
Is that
Lemon and
bad?
herb.
Lemon and herb.
That's
Yeah.
alright. No, that's cool.
It's a bit left field, but
How so?
just a bit left now.
Is it basic?
This is your fancy, innit?
I mean,
Lemon and herb.
basically.
I'm a simple man, you know. The hot thing, it has no flavour, but medium is.
Medium is me.
When you get a little peri tamer with that,
Yeah. Another person who introduced me to Peri Tamar was Drizzy. This guy's fly.
Drizzy's basically upgraded
He's very
you.
up on things,
Yeah.
by the way.
What, like
Let me
chicken?
pause. But he's very, very, very up on things. I want to talk to you about this, Drizzy, because you went riding the other day.
Yeah.
You did.
Not horseback riding.
Unfortunately not.
No.
I want to do that
I was
though,
gonna
but like
say
naked or
that.
something. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like me and a nice,
flowing
plus
locks.
one, just float my locks flowing.
Yeah.
I may or may
women.
not have the beard on, but that might be flowing. Everything's just hanging, and me and the horse is just out here, looking like something out of a Marvel film. Do you know what I mean? Are you not entertained? Do you know what I mean? Nuts flying. Anyway, yeah. Sorry.
So tell us,
Riding.
what happened?
So as I said on the last podcast, I was getting involved in a charity ride from London to Southend. The flight said 40 plus miles, so I checked my Apple Watch, I checked my iPhone, and it showed, yeah, you've done a couple 40-mile rides previously. I was like, calm, I'm going to smoke this. It's me, innit? Someone sent the map. It said 70 plus miles. I was like,
Wow.
hold on, wait
70.
70 plus
Something
miles.
double.
Yeah. But I couldn't back out. So the purpose for this this cycle was our extended family. If you're West Indian, you know we're all one community in the Caribbean. Our extended family in St. Vincent and Grenadines are dealing with a natural disaster. The volcanoes have just decided they want to come out to play.
Yeah. And they're not playing.
And they're not playing. People have been evacuated from the island. Some people, obviously, God bless the dead, have passed away. No running water. It's bad times. It's bad times. And this is all saying, I say that to say this because hurricane season is still to come.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's like
That's
a double
right.
whammy.
That's right.
So I was like, I need to do something for St. Vincent, but I don't know what to do. So my boy Hearts, shout out to Hearts, he sent me the flyer. Yo, bro, let's do this. All right, cool. Saturday comes around, we go cycling, bro. And I've seen parts of England I never saw before. I know for a fact. We went through some towns that if someone just looked out the window, if a Karen just pops her little eyes out and goes,
Karens.
oh my gosh, there's a bunch of Negroes and Negroettes on bicycles. Are we still in the pandemic? Has it peaked again? What's happening? Fam. So that happened. So we're riding through towns that happened, bro, on my life. Hills don't scare me. I'm cool with hills. I'm a West Indian boy. Hills is cool.
But cycling up hills as well.
It's different. And we came to this hill. We had a little bit of momentum going up the hill and stuff. 2-2s now, we see a car coming down this narrow hill. I'm like, wait a minute. This doesn't seem right. Then I'm hearing beep, beep, beep. You know your ears can like sense forward or backwards, right? Beep, beep, beep. I'm like, oh, that's from the back. Pause. I look round, there's like 2 cars rolling up. I look at the front, I see a car coming down. I'll look back again, I'm like, hold on a minute, what's happening here? So this little narrow track, cars come down. Long story short, it bottlenecks, obviously, because there's like cars coming down, there's cars going up, one's got to move to the side, so the other one. Everyone's minding their business. You lose momentum there. Yeah. So we get off our bikes, like we're going to push.
You're walking the bike by now.
So there's this guy in a Ford Fiesta. I'll never forget this. He looked like his name's probably Dave or Steve or John. Yeah. No disrespect to Ford Fiestas, but I just remember it was that. It was a red one. You know what I mean? Them man there. So one of our lady friends in our group, in our tribe, we was calling it, she tried to get through, but then she couldn't get through. So he winds down his window and goes, oh, you lot are slowing up the thing. Bruv, there were so many discussions going on. As soon as we heard, you lot are slowing up the thing. Remember, all of us are black in this little tribe of cyclists. Bruv, everyone's ears pinged like we saw the bat signal. And we was like, what did he say? Oh, bruv, you lot. We just surrounded the car. Now me, I'm not quick to play the race card. I know the difference between you lot and you lot. I know the difference.
It's implied.
Right. But the other Donnies and Donettes that were with me, they was like, First of all, you killed our woman to go up the hill, and now you say you lot. They surrounded this car, bro. You know, like in the safari, when they're on the safari tours, and those lions are like, they come around the car, and the person's in the car like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to get out now. Whoa, it's too much.
Because if I see a bunch of, even me, I see a bunch of Negroes around my car, I am going to question.
And I'm one of you. I'm one of you.
It's peak.
But I don't want to step out my car. So where's the window? So my brother goes to him, what did you say? He's like, no.
Man started singing, you know. No.
I thought it was Joe and Mystical. Man started stuttering. No. I was like, yo, you okay? So I'm trying to be the diplomatic guy here. I don't want no violence. Right. This is not what we're here for. And it'd be an unfair advantage if we fucked him up.
Absolutely.
But in my head, I did think, all of us have got the manpower to flip this car over.
Fully.
I just leave it there and just go about our business. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, he's like, no, I didn't mean you look like that. I was like, when you had the disclaimer like that, that's where you fucked up. Anyway, we left him be. And then someone said, yo, he's the kind of driver that will just reverse back on you. And that's when I was like, hold on a minute, I'm directly in line with the car if he reverses back. Right. I had to let him know my position. I was like, yo, sir, trust me, if you reverse back and you hit me, I'm headbutting you with my helmet on. You're going to see stars. Anyway, long story short, we got up the hill. We walked it up. That hill felt like it was going to high five Jesus. That hill just kept going and going and going and going and going.
Christ.
Anyway, we done the thing.
Blaspheme, sorry.
I think we got there. We got there about after 4.
Yeah.
Would I do it again? Probably. For the right cause. Would I do it just on my own accord? Probably not. But with the right people, I'll probably do it again.
Would you do London to Brighton?
Yes, but I heard that's got some naughty hills as well.
Brighton's hills are
Yeah. But I might do it. I might do it just because I've done this one. But I say all that to say this.
How much money did you make?
Well, I haven't checked it. I was saving that for us to do on the pod, and I'm still trying to collect P.
Right.
Cool. So if you haven't
donated
yet, shout out to Char because you've donated. I appreciate that. So at the moment,
it's the way my account's set up. By the way, it's just the way my account's set up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I got you though.
Okay.
He's gonna check if you've got.
What are you on? You bank with Virgin Money?
Do you know what it is? It's the Bitcoin that I need to draw back out.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Transfer it.
The same Bitcoin that Musk doesn't accept. Okay, cool.
But I got you.
Yeah. All right, cool. I trust you. Yeah. All right, so my goal is £1,000. So far, I've raised £570.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much, everybody. So
you need to push it on the
I'm trying to push it. Yeah, so I'm trying to get this wrapped up by the 31st of May, which is like 3 days after my birthday. All donations are accepted. You know, if you can, including Bitcoin, PayPal, checks, everything.
Yeah.
Just go to my IG page, Drizzy Freckles. Click on the bio. The link is there. It'll take you directly to the page, and you can donate.
Let
I
them
much
know.
appreciate that. And then I'll give you guys an update when we do the show the next time, because I think it'll be on the 31st, I believe. So yeah, but shout out to everyone that has supported so far. I'll big you up individually on the next show, because you didn't have to, but you have. So cool.
Blessings.
But yeah, man, but I felt fine.
Blessings.
And then I
Now-
jumped straight into the clash. We had a clash on Saturday night.
We're going to talk about that in a
Yeah.
minute. I just want to speak to Shah for a second and just say hello and
Hello.
how you been,
I'm
Shah?
okay. I'm okay. I can't
How is
complain.
life?
Life is good.
Yeah?
Life is good.
It's
Stop
crazy
smiling at me.
seeing you
Stop
here,
smiling
you
at me.
know?
what
It's
I mean?
crazy because, put it this way, I met Shah maybe a month into being on Clubhouse. About a month, yeah. And straight away I resonated with you just because we're grown-ups.
Yes. Well, allegedly.
Loosely.
And see, and I looked at Joseph just now and he laughed, and I don't like that. I really, like, I'm not respecting
that
that
just for
still.
Joe.
But
Allegedly, we're grown up.
But yes, and you just had so much cool things to say. You were very astute. I saw you on stages, and I was like, cool. You know what I mean?
I just talk a lot.
I saw the beauty. I'm not gonna lie.
Right,
I'm not
I
gonna
mean-
lie. That's if I don't say that, then do you
Now I
want
would have
not
asked
to.
you,
yeah.
what's wrong?
Yeah.
I know
exactly.
you're married and all that, but still your eyes work.
Yeah, but you didn't have to mention that, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Bruv,
Well,
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
Bro,
I think we mention it once a day, don't we?
We mentioned it at least what they know, bro,
Yeah.
man. They know I'm married. Just allow me, bro. Come on.
Okay, I was actually paying you a compliment to say that
Shout out to
you're
Mrs.
well
Morgan.
secured in your situation, that you can compliment women without it guiding you. Why?
I know,
Cool.
I get- no,
no,
yeah.
no.
I'm
You don't
back
get
on it,
nothing.
yeah.
No, you didn't get nothing.
Slandered,
You was too
slandered,
quick to jump in.
Slandered.
You was too quick. Carry on.
And we just had conversations on
We
the
did.
app, and
So many late nights.
yeah,
So many LOLs.
vibes,
Yes.
energy,
Yes.
and it's and I just. Again, I just resonate to good people. Likewise with Joseph, obviously.
He's aight.
It's the same. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Them man there.
He's one that, bro. We'll speak to him on another occasion. 'cause
Yeah.
That's a different podcast.
Different, yeah.
That's,
I'm coming to sit on that chair. When
yeah,
it comes
yeah,
on.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Because he's gonna be,
100.
yeah. It's peak. But yeah, no, I enjoy your conversations.
Absolutely,
And I just part of me as well wanted you here because you said you didn't do podcasts.
No.
right? So you don't do them, and I'm just like, what?
I
Like,
want to do one. Badly want to do one.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
you are
Yeah.
because it's a different lane.
I don't think people care to listen. Do they?
Listen to the humility.
Yeah. I like that.
I thought that, and I don't care that people don't care.
Yeah. Fair
It's-
enough.
Bro,
But apparently
why-
they care. What was you gonna say?
Nothing.
Okay.
You know what?
Cool.
Can I say something?
course you can, backup dancer.
Just yeah.
What it is,
Has
yeah?
he had stanners changed? Has the glasses
Yeah,
changed
he's
as well?
changed them.
What, you brought extra
I
glasses?
keep two in my bag.
Wow.
Yeah, them
Watch
ones.
me.
Wow.
Obviously,
too, you know.
you know what it is? I think the hardest part is getting started. As soon as you get started, then everything kind of comes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I said to the missus.
Hello. Shout out to Shire.
But you.
Yo, you lot's mind is in the gutter.
Nah,
fam.
well,
Literally, stay, like,
listen, you're on the
steady.
Fast Food Podcast right now. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
But you should no, on a real level, you should just maybe
I'm going to.
maybe just do I don't know, just do like half an hour shows, just see where you're at. Maybe I don't know, a dynamic with another girl, dynamic with another guy. Maybe just do what I tell you how I did it briefly. How I did it was I just went on a radio show with a friend. We recorded the episode just to see what our chemistry was like and just see if we could pod.
Yeah.
And long and short of it, it's not rocket science,
No.
but you definitely grow.
Oh, absolutely.
You grow into the
Absolutely.
position.
Yeah.
You definitely do. And it's just trial and error. Do you know what I mean?
I think Clubhouse has been quite a good experience for that, though. 'Cause
yeah.
it's quite, in a way,
It's
when you
technically a
think about
podcast,
it-
it's just not recorded.
Technically.
know what I
well,
mean?
Bruv, they are recorded.
yeah.
Well, yeah, they are. Sorry, illegally. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not looking in technicalities, they are recording it. But yeah, I think that for me cemented the fact that I really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And apparently I've got a lot to say, so
You do, and you're smart. And
Thank you.
You should do it, absolutely.
to 2021 before the year's out.
Yeah, just, you know what I mean? I mean,
gonna
this,
get
I
at
mean,
least
as
one
you can say,
episode.
like this building, that's what we do here. There's 2 studios here, you know, so maybe we're going to move it. We're going to use the studio for guests and we're going to use Studio A just for us.
Okay.
To chop it up with. So, yeah, man, just let me know if I
I sure will.
put you into the right people and speak to the right people. But yeah, definitely.
Appreciate that.
But no, man, thanks for coming down.
Thank you
sure,
for having
for sure.
me.
It's basically Char's just going to come chill with us today.
Yeah.
Chop it up with what we're chopping it up with. Put your
Yeah.
2-piece in. Say what
As
you
I
want to
do.
say. Yeah, chop it up and we can keep it moving. I just want to talk about myself for a minute, to be
I mean,
fair.
sure, why not? Yeah.
I've been chilling.
Okay.
Listen, so
You've been very chilled.
I've been chilled. Like, I've been like, do the little drops to the school, pick up the little man, go to the clubhouse, go to the fun house in the summer house.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Jump on Clubhouse, and I'm on there 2-3 hours.
Because word on the street is not allowed to do it indoors.
Right. So the word is that I'm not allowed to, but what it is by 12, there's just a new me. There's like there's a new Morgan. There's a Morgan that's more
The new and improved.
more in tune with who he is as a man, as
With
a
his
male.
inners.
There's
Yeah, nature.
There's a Morgan that's more passionate. There's a Morgan that is more
debonair.
See, bro, you don't know about. Do you know what the word enthralling means?
What does
I
that
mean,
Man's grabbing out the thesaurus for them one.
Yeah, what does that mean, actually?
Yeah, bro, enthralling. I don't know, but it sounds good.
spell it, because I think I can spell it.
Bro, I don't know.
Okay, cool. You just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's a
Got it.
there's a part of me that's just grabs life.
By the nuts.
As you should. I mean,
Pause.
And it's fun because obviously what it is on Clubhouse, the people know I'm married and I do have serious conversations on there. Yes.
Okay.
See, I told you we'd get to mention it.
Okay, cool.
And then,
random
but I'd like the balance that, you know what, Morgs, yeah, cool, but he's just a man, and I feel like it's important that you show a balance. Today on this podcast is definitely something that I'm going to get to and I'm going to talk about throughout. And I think maybe it'll be the theme of this podcast. I don't know what the name of it is, but we'll find out. So I've been just chilling. I went out yesterday for the first time with the missus. We went to a nice Turkish joint. It was wicked. The food was, listen.
still outside?
It was like inside, outside.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
roof, but
Yeah, on the outside.
On the outside.
Covered. Yeah,
Yeah, on
In
the
case it
vibe.
See, I
rains,
did
yeah,
that a
yeah.
couple of times, a couple of weeks ago, and
Yeah.
it still rained on us. You still had that, you know, that sideways rain.
yeah, you got the side rain. Yeah, man,
wasn't
not
great.
side rain ain't good.
Right.
But yeah, we just had some food and bro, this is the starters, yeah. Listen, I had this starter, it's like mushrooms in this sauce, yeah. And I had bread and I had like
It's pretty mature of you to eat mushrooms. Not a lot of people do.
The mushrooms are nice, man.
Yeah, and I dipped it and I tell you what, yeah, I put it to my mouth and I got an erection. Just
What is going on?
I got a slight erection.
From mushrooms.
The good thing is, you know, that at least that's another sign that it's still functioning properly.
So that's what you picked up from that.
Yeah.
That's what I picked up from it. Sorry. What did sorry.
No, that's what I wanted you to do, pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm not often speechless. I'm not.
I wanted you to pick that up still. Like, it still works, it's food.
So
Yeah.
that was a slight PSA. Thank you for letting us know that.
It's a good vibe.
Like, you know, if you're ever in doubt and the
mushrooms.
chemists are closed, whatever, go for the
Is
mushrooms.
that a thing, though? Is that a thing?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, now you know. yeah.
So no, so I had fun
suspect mushroom
yesterday.
sales are going to go up suddenly.
I had fun yesterday. It was the first time I went out for dinner. It
Yeah.
just felt different. I had loads of drink. That's why I'm on the brandy, because I was on brandy yesterday.
So this is.
So I'm just keeping it.
Consistency
I'm just
is the
keeping it.
key to life.
I'm just keeping it.
What do they call it? Is it dogs? Whatever. Hair of the dog. Hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
And on the subject of hair of the dog, you said you were chilling a lot, balance and all that jargon.
Balance.
When I called you, what day was it that I called you and you gave me some unnecessary bit of information I did not
That was in
require
bath.
request? Yeah.
Yeah, but why'd you put the phone down on me?
Wait.
Because I didn't ask for
You
that.
answered in the bath.
Yeah, man, I was lying in the bath and I wanted to have a conversation with him. And I told him, look.
In the bath?
Yeah. And I said to him, look, bro, just bear with me. I'm naked. And he put the phone down on me.
I mean, yeah.
Did you put oil in the bath?
There's oil in the bath, rude boy.
Of course.
You gotta oil up your skin.
Shit.
That's how you stay
I'm
moisturised.
so
I
confused.
might put the phone down too.
So you're on the phone with oil
Yeah,
in the
greasy
bath.
and wet.
But
Why are you
bro,
telling me that?
And he didn't answer the phone. He didn't answer the phone with the normal, bass and verbatim in his voice. Like, yes, fam. He was like, hey, Drizzy. I was like, what? He goes, oh, I'm just in the bath, innit? What?
yeah.
Listen to my friend Tone.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't even say what. It was just,
I respect that. I respect
and
that.
I giggled and washed my bumper hole, and I was good still.
Giggle.
Yeah, man,
That
man.
man there.
Yeah, man. So, but you know what? Yeah, life is a blessing.
It is.
It's very
It is a
important that we
blessing.
just not to be too serious.
No,
Nah.
The Fast Food Podcast.
And judging by the record we played at the top of the show, there's a massive conflict happening. I rang Drizzy today because I kind of wanted to know how to approach this, just because it's so sensitive and it's such a complex situation, and also I'm considering friends of mine on both sides. What we're talking about is the Israel-Palestine conflict. As we know at the moment, there's a war going on, basically. There's a war going on outside nobody's safe from. And there's rumblings on social media, which is what I hate about this.
Yeah, I tend to stay away from it. I intentionally don't go to social media for those things.
I feel you, and I feel that's important.
Yeah.
That's something that I really want to touch on as well, because you know what people do, it even happened with the Black Lives Matter thing. People just post for post's sake.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, this is in, this is the news, so I'm gonna post this, make myself look good, but you really don't even know what's going on. Like, you don't know what's happening, but let me put this out there so I look like I'm in the norm.
Yeah.
And basically, throughout this whole thing that's happening, because when I first heard the news, I heard obviously that Israel were just bombing mosques and hospitals and things of that nature. And I was like, oh gosh. Then I started seeing the social media platforms start piping up. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to say anything. One, because I don't know enough about it. And two, I kind of need to gauge where to approach this situation. Now, I got family and friends who are Jews, and I got family and friends who are Muslims. And again, it was about approaching it in the right way. I don't know how you want to approach it today. I'm going to throw it over to Drizzy because, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm bottling out of it right now.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's a diplomatic one, to be honest.
But I just,
It's probably, yeah.
How you feel about it right now still?
It's never a good thing when you wake up to hearing about any sort of conflict that's leading to war and bombing and stuff like that. Excuse me. Things that really hit my soul is when you're seeing like pictures like a mum or a father who's cradling their child who unfortunately has transcended to another place. Like, these kids haven't lived their life. They're probably aged from the range of like 4 to 8. They haven't lived life yet, innit? Do you know what I mean? And like with me doing my research and stuff, it's like, from what I gathered, it's that the basic analogy I can put it down to is, imagine someone comes into your house, you offer someone a place to stay. They come into your house, they stay there, and all of a sudden they start inviting their people to come into your house, and next thing you know, you're outnumbered. And then they're making you feel like you're a visitor or stranger in your own house. Your back's going to be up against the wall. That's going to cause conflict because you've, kindness of your heart, allowed someone to come into your house. They've brought in all their Donnies and Donettes and all that. They've come in, and now they're telling you, hey, you've now got to live under our rules. Do you see what I'm saying?
So is it safe to say that it's a conflict over land? Is it safe to say that?
I mean, is it as simple as just land?
I think it's more than that,
Yeah.
because you've got to think, if someone's fighting for land that's not theirs, what is in that land we can't see with a naked eye?
This is the question. They're fighting over, they're saying, so for example, Palestine, which is what is always been there. Palestine's always been there. And then there was only a small population of Jews in Palestine, 1900s.
Yep.
And then obviously the Jews in Europe needed somewhere to live and somewhere to go. Flip. British Empire took over.
Of course.
Handed over the reins to the UN and said, you deal with this. You deal with the actual conflict.
Yeah.
And then Jews have settled.
Yeah.
And then our wars happened, 6 Day War. That war has ended up with the Israel as Israelis winning and taking more land than they were supposed to. That might not be verbatim the actual facts,
but
that was
is enough to work for them. Yeah.
So this is what I get from it. The situation. What I get from the situation is innocent people are dying.
Yeah.
Right, on both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing from people is too much one-sided things, and that annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because what I don't like with human beings in general is we always do this. I'll call Joseph, and I'll say to Joseph, bro, this Donny just come up to me, punch me in my face. Can't we go link it, bro? Link me now. Let's go move to him. Rare. Joseph, being my friend, goes, bro, what's going on? I'm coming to check you. Let's go. Let's do this. Rare. What Joseph may or may not do is ask questions. What Joseph may or may not do is find out why the Donny punched you in the face. Now, if I give him that answer, which is usually what the person never does, he can have a more broader idea of what to do in this situation. And what we do is we tend to side a lot of the time. And this thing is dividing a lot of us, because what I'm feeling is Muslims on my brethren side, they're just saying, look, Israel.
Yeah.
Israel are saying Palestinians.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's why I had to start finding out what happened.
Yeah.
And and it depends where you go back to, because you can go back to last week, where again, as we said, bombings were happening in Palestine, and you can go, Israel are bullying Palestine. Or you can go further back and you can go, Palestinians let 2,000 rockets off from their strip into Israel. But Israel have the defenses and blah, blah, blah. Now, are we saying because Israel are the power that they should tone down their attacks, or do we say Israel are the power and they're just trying to protect their people?
Well, I mean, there's many ways to skin a cat, right? You could do things forcefully, or you can come to some sort of agreement where, what's the word I'm looking for, man? With the heads, like more cooler heads.
Yes.
Prevail. And let's have I think you need to, in things like this, you need to have people speaking for each side who don't have an agenda and genuinely want to get the issue resolved. The whole world is watching. It's looking absolutely crazy.
Mad.
Our thoughts can only go out to both sides, because we're not playing one side against the other. Like, our thoughts can go to both sides. Like I said at the start of the conversation, family members losing kids, but something needs to be done, because the crazy thing is we're still dealing with a pandemic. It's not like it's done. We're still dealing with it. All right, things have opened up over here, but places like Canada are still in lockdown. India has got some next wave of COVID that is just dismantling them, and now we're dealing with this.
It's been a lot.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It's been a lot.
They're saying that Hadass, which is the governing body, because apparently Palestine is still not regarded as a state at the moment, and they don't have a government like Israel do.
Okay.
But Hamas, I should say, not Hadass. Hamas is the group organization that are the spokesman for Palestinians.
Okay.
They're firing rockets from schools. They're firing rockets from mosques. And so what does that do for the respective opposition firing back? And again, my thing is, who are we protecting? Is the innocent people dying on both sides? And it just seems like there's no resolution about what there needs to be done. This conversation throughout the podcast is going to be very important. And this conversation for me today is about leadership.
All right.
And leadership is very important when you're a part of a collective, when you're a part of a governing body, when you're a part of a group, because there's somebody that needs to lead.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Now everybody can be leaders.
Yeah.
And sometimes some leaders have to fall back to another leader so that
Absolutely.
they can just, bro,
Delegating
that's
is
your
key.
part, that's your thing. And in this situation, all I'm seeing is bad leadership on both sides of the coin. And I don't think anything's going to be resolved until those two organizations really sit down and hash out what's going on. Because as I said, this is not new news. This is not, this conflict is 70.
Yeah.
It's like 1942 or
It's
something.
crazy.
Palestinians have been like looking for places to stay. 'Cause, you know what I mean?
It's crazy. Do you know what I learned today and I never knew? And just throwing it out there. Not all Muslims are Arab.
Right.
Not all Arabs are Palestinian.
Okay.
And not all Palestinians are Muslim.
Oh, wow. That I did not know.
And there's a demographic of Arabs that live in Israel. There's like 1 million Arabs that live and settled in Israel.
Right, right.
So the intertwines of the nation and the people that live in that district is so interwoven that for me, it doesn't even sound like them against us.
Yeah.
It's more about the power and as who's got the biggest muscles or who can do the most damage, and it's no longer about the land that people own. Corruption.
Of course.
Now again, I want no one coming for me because again I don't know enough, but I just know what I know and I'm doing my due diligence to know or understand. So if you're listening to this podcast and you have information, send it to us.
If you're listening, and you have the info, it's your duty to enlighten us and give us more perspective in regards to what's happening.
Yep.
We're trying to keep the balance of getting it from the news, as well as people who have ears on the ground, as well as people in our circle who are Jewish or Muslim.
Yeah.
But don't sit at home mad at us because you're like, it's not like that. Let us know. That's the whole point of leadership. You pass the knowledge on to those who don't have that knowledge and access to it, so they're better enlightened moving forward, so they can bring your points that you gave us to the table on the next podcast.
You need good leadership to understand that it's not just about you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You are now listening to the Fast Food Podcast.
So let's have some fun.
Okay.
Pop culture. We're in the building. We've got lots to talk about. Lots of music to talk about, actually.
Yeah, but I think we should address the elephant in the room.
What?
I think we should just address the elephant in the
I'm
room.
not scared. I get anxious.
What elephant?
Well, I mean, it's like today. It's the 17th of May, and it's pissing down with rain, bro.
Yeah.
What we doing? Like, are we not meant to be getting ready for summer?
You know what? I don't even mind the rain. What I hate is the sporadic rain. So it's sunny and then it's raining. That's what irritates me. I wouldn't mind a solid 2 weeks of rain if it just meant that
Absolutely.
you can trust.
I don't know, man wants to wear shorts. I want to see the maxi dresses out on road. I want my neck spasms to be kicking in from looking left, right, left, up, that. Do you know what I mean? Like, really? We was wearing shorts not too long ago.
That's true.
I know. I saw a bare open-toe shoe gal.
Funny you should say
And
toes.
then they had to tuck that back in again still.
gosh.
There was an interesting conversation. Are we going to speak about Clubhouse? Somewhere down the line.
Do you want to do it now? Pause.
Sure.
Is it a toe-related conversation?
It's Clubhouse in general, but it was a very interesting toe statement that was made in one of the groups. I'm sure you was in the house that day.
I'm not there.
There was I can't remember how the conversation started, but someone obviously jumped in because Clubhouse you could jump in at any point. You could get a ping and says, "Oh, so and so's in this house. Do you want to join?"
I've been in
and
rooms.
people often don't have manners and they just jump in and
Just jump in and
just change the topic.
Yeah.
In the room, you know.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, there's no need to single out Morgs, but fair enough. Cat's at the back now. So they're having a conversation about something, and then this voice, a voice that I recognized very well, by the way, just came in and said,
Was it?
"No,
Okay.
nah." It was someone less. It was someone less sophisticated than you two. You know, someone just came in and goes, "Yeah, man. You see, when it comes to toes, man, fuck it. I'll take a toe up my nose. I don't give a shit. And I was like, hold on a minute, this voice. Because I wasn't looking at my phone. I had it on the background.
I was definitely not there for that.
That voice sounds familiar. Yeah.
Better.
But then they went into the specifics and went, like, I'll take the pinky one in my nostrils. And I'm like, nah, I know
But
this
why?
voice. Let me just check who's speaking right now. Of course. Of course, it's you know who.
Who? I'm dying. Who was it?
It's the guy laughing right now.
Was it you? How, Morgan? Why?
If for those who haven't been with us on this journey for a long time, but those who have know, Morgan has a thing for toes, nice feet, which I think is why he married his wife, because she's obviously into the whole.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm sure that was an added thing on
No,
the
that
scene.
was.
bonus.
Yeah.
of course.
When I met her, I did look at her feet.
Yeah. And the fact that she makes other people's situation look better,
Yeah.
you're like, you're doing the
You know
God's
she's
work.
serving.
Yeah,
bring
you're
it.
saving lives out here.
Yeah,
wow.
absolutely.
Yeah. But it just, I was just befuddled that this was brought up in the groom, and I was like, I know the voice of who's talking.
Does anything shock you anymore in Clubhouse? Because we've had some, we've spoken it all, I think, at this point.
All right. Fuck that shit.
Okay.
Own it.
Let's talk about why the group split in Clubhouse. Can we talk about it?
Okay.
Can we talk about why all of a sudden Joe's not in the same room as?
I mean, Joe is pretty sometime-ish, I feel like.
Is it
but,
because?
you know.
Is it raw?
Wow. Are we good? We're good.
He's like, yeah, I want to get the
Difficulties.
the close up on this one. Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
No, I've just noticed a segregation. I've just noticed. Like where we all used to congregate in one room, there's more of a split.
Yeah.
And
Tribes are split now. You got
Yeah.
Tribe A, Tribe B. You got some random titles for Clubhouse rooms like circumcised or not. Do darker women have more entitlement than light-skinned women? I'm just sitting here, my naive self, like, oh,
right, I didn't even know that.
People are waking up on Monday morning talking about colorism and that. It's
yeah.
That's a madness.
Bruv, I get pings telling me someone's in on the Clubhouse. I'm like, I haven't even brushed my teeth yet.
Yeah.
I just woke up.
Yeah.
I get pings from that Simone is in the building causing a madness.
Oh,
Someone wants
Jesus.
to move to her. Shout out to Simone.
Really?
Which one?
No, don't know.
I don't
Really
know
no one.
Hey, I don't know what. Listen, I'm not here, innit? I wasn't here. I'm not here.
I don't know who you're talking about.
No, but in all seriousness, I think everyone's just kind of found their tribe and
100%.
See, I like the way
everyone's just found their tribe. You know?
It's diplomatic community over
he
there.
does podcasts.
Yeah.
You're gonna speak diplomatic. Something.
No, that's cool. No, that's true.
That's true,
You know what I mean? But when it originally happened, it started. I felt like, oh man,
Have I got to choose which parent I've got to hang out with now?
Did you feel like that?
Yeah.
a little bit.
Did you?
Because we're still fresh on the app. We're
Yeah.
naive. We're young. We're still fresh on the app. So when it was like so and so's in this room, so I was like, oh, do I have to choose?
Because I
I'm in the
like
middle.
being where you are, Shah. I do. I see you in the room.
Yeah.
Like Shah's there.
Yeah.
I see Joseph.
Yeah, banter's gonna be on top 10.
I see Drizzy and I say, oh, fuck that. I wouldn't.
Yeah. Love you too, bro. Yeah, it's cool. It's
I
calm.
call him. You know what I mean? But let's talk about the battles in Clubhouse. They're really good. They're really good.
They're
I'm
so
enjoying
good.
them.
Honestly,
I
they're
enjoy them.
I think,
so good.
yeah.
I think, considering he sort of started out of nothing, really. It was just
Yeah.
a random little idea when somebody decided to play music, and it's now a full-fledged bi-weekly room.
It's
Not bi-weekly.
good.
Bi-weekly is every other week, right? Or is it twice a week? I don't know.
Fortnightly.
There you go. That's
yeah.
not what I meant. It's twice a week.
We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Twice a
bi-weekly,
week.
yeah. That's like a guy or a girl that likes male and female
I feel
interaction.
like all roads
bi-weekly.
are leading there today.
Yeah, if you want.
Like,
Oh, dude.
is that what you're calling them now?
Wow.
The bi-weekly relationships.
Wow. But yeah, so the long and short of it,
Shout out to the course laws. Sorry, I had to.
Shout out to the side.
we set up
I had to,
rooms.
listen,
We
I
set
had
up a
to.
room. And we battle. Usually
We
10
do.
records, sometimes 20,
the
depending on the
catalogue.
artist.
Yes.
we got-
You have to do honourable mention to AJ, Rival, and of course Shawnee. Because,
Come on.
You know,
Come on.
He won the last one. He deserves a shout out. Bless him.
I heard he won it by a landslide still.
He did.
It was 11-3.
He did.
Yeah.
I will never forget that. 11-3.
I mean,
you
he'll
know.
never
Was he
let
there
you-
for that,
he-
Chelsea?
He will never.
I was there
Nah.
for most of it.
He will never let you forget that.
No, of course he won't.
No.
And you know what's funny
I'm
about?
sure he's asked for a poster or some artwork. I'm sure he
Yeah.
has.
You know the funny thing is about Clubhouse is like, Shaw will say, "Oh, well, that means the winner is Shawnee." We're all like, "Yeah, okay, sure, Shawnee, big up yourself." You would think man lost. The way man are
would think,
talking.
you would think.
Yeah, no, you know what it is? I didn't play that record. No, but you know what it is though? It's like, I didn't like the way that record what? You know what I'm saying? I can't believe you lot let No Church in the Wild lose to that Drake record. And it's like, fam,
I'm
you
gonna
won.
let Joe go. No. Joe, go. You go.
Joe.
You go. I'm going to go after.
Joe.
I'm not even gonna say nothing mad. It's just the competitiveness, and I just think the 90s is a cheat code anyway.
With
It is a cheat
Biggie,
code. It is a cheat code.
it was a cheat code.
Was it?
You should win 11-3.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
But I bet I would have beaten Shawnee with 2000s.
Oh well.
Possibly because Old Boy was never played. I think Old Boy you set off.
But do you know what it is, Joseph? Shawnee loved the guy.
Yeah.
Donny, shout out to
Listen,
Shawnee.
I said this before.
He doesn't know hip hop. That was
Oh, wow.
that was bare into that way he got off the internet. He got all those tunes off the internet. So
A Spotify playlist.
like, you
and he
can just do that.
yeah.
You know that. You can Google 90s hip hop music.
The biggest hits of 90s hip hop.
Yeah, and you can win.
But it's got Biggie.
No, but the 90s is a cheat code.
It is
Yeah,
a cheat
no,
code.
I'm
It
not
is a
saying
cheat
no,
code, and we
I'm
said
not saying
that.
you're wrong, but I'm saying I would have made it a little bit more of a
little
of a competition.
Yeah, 8-10 or something.
I
like
would've
that.
made it a
But
competition.
we did say that I think moving forward it was far too generic.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was a bit random. you
Was
know?
it? The
To have a
category?
decade, to have a decade of music, it just I think it flows better when we have artists that. So I think the streets were asking for DMX versus Busta Rhymes.
DMX Busta. No, that's over.
I don't think so. I think that would be interesting. still.
DMX Busta Rhymes, Shaw.
Yeah,
That would be
Listen,
interesting.
Rhymes
but
has
I
got
think-
music in
I know.
every.
I know.
DMX has got tunes though.
He has. But
No,
Busta's got hits that
he's
he
got
forgot he
tunes,
recorded.
But he's got a section. DMX really has about 5 years of bangers.
But that's enough.
That's enough still.
That's enough.
Busta Rhymes has 20.
Busta just dropped it out
No,
like
but you know what it is?
last
I
2
just
years ago.
think it just depends, like, at your peak.
Right,
At
right,
DMX's
right.
peak,
Yeah.
he's got 10.
He's cold.
Yeah,
He's got 10
easy.
tunes that
Yeah,
can go
yeah.
against anyone.
What's the 10? Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
If we're going 20, it might be a long
might
night.
get peak.
Yeah, might get peak.
He might get,
Yeah,
20 might get
after,
peak.
After like 12, 13.
Yeah. We're
Because Busta, he was so accessible that he was doing so many features. He was the Lil Wayne before Lil
Yeah.
Wayne started doing the
Yeah,
features.
absolutely.
So you could draw for features for like 10 rounds
Yeah.
and then come with those
Yeah.
bombs
Well, this is
And the
an easy
Yeah.
segue. DMX is releasing an album.
on my birthday.
Talk about it.
Bro, you see the track listing?
No.
Huh. I saw a Jay-Z and Nas feature. I was like, all right, that's it.
Is that the one that Swiss Beat built?
I put on? Yeah.
Is that the one that he played during that battle about 4 years ago?
Nah, because I had more artists on it. It had Busta and Jadakiss on it, I think.
Nah, it was not. It was just Nas, Jade. Yeah, it was Nas, Jadakiss.
I think Busta was,
Hov.
yeah. No, Busta was on it, but he made that crazy face. When he heard it, it's like, what is this?
Yeah, Busta was. I never heard Busta.
Yeah, so maybe I got that wrong. I think it's Jada on it.
Right.
But I just saw Nas, Jay-Z, and DMX. And I was like,
That's gonna be
take
crazy.
my money, even though I'm going to stream it, but take my money. Because I've been waiting to hear Nas and to hear Jay and X again.
Yeah.
And you're adding Nas.
Yeah, it's peak.
Especially after that Sorry Not Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Nas is in a nice... All right, let me get the track listing up, man, because I feel
let's
like I'm
do
doing
this.
it a disservice, man.
Let's
All
talk
right,
about
cool. So Exodus is dropping on the 28th of May.
Yep.
So it's got 13 tracks, and there's one skit on there. So let's say it's got 12 tracks. I like that. It's not too long. Pause. All right, so there's a feat. So That's My Dog featuring The Locks and Swiss Beats. Bath Salts featuring Mr. H to the Izzo and Escobar. So we're all going to go to track 2.
Definitely.
Dogs Out featuring Lil Wayne and Swiss Beats. Money, Money, Money featuring Moneybag Yo. Hold Me Down, Alicia Keys. Skyscrapers featuring Bono, which is
Wow.
interesting.
That's interesting.
Mel Stick Up skit featuring, okay, that's a skit. Hood Blues featuring Westside Gunner, Benny the Butcher, and Conway.
I'm up
DMX with the Griselda boys, right?
I'm up for that.
That's gonna be nasty.
Yeah.
Walk in the Rain featuring Nas, Exodus Simmons, and Mr. Porter. Take Control featuring Snoop Dogg. You got another skit and a letter to my son.
A lot of collabs.
I think we need a listening party.
Yeah. Featuring
Mm-hmm.
Usher and Brian King Joseph. And last but not least, of course, we end on a prayer. So this album's dropping on the 28th of May. Exodus 117.
Which is which day of the week?
Friday.
We're going to have a listening party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's only right.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, DMX.
Absolutely. Rest in
Each
peace.
and every time.
We still miss you. And
Yeah.
I feel like, obviously, news dies, but he'll never die.
He'll never die.
He'll never die.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, DMX.
It still feels a little bit surreal, right?
It does.
I heard it mentioned on the radio, I think, a couple of days ago, and somebody just said, request this and rest in peace. I think it was on DJ Target show. He was playing a track, and I thought, oh, yeah. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
You
it's
forget.
mad.
Even in the clubhouse battle, someone played the DMX tune and everyone just shouted, yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
DMX. It's
Yeah.
like,
Remember.
yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about DJ Khaled's album briefly. What did you think?
I enjoyed it.
Haven't listened to it.
It's good.
What's your favourite records?
On the Bryson Tiller is hard still.
One with Bryson Tiller's hard.
What, that starts it? With Lil Wayne?
Thankful.
I think that's the one. I think that's
Yeah, the intro, Thankful. I like that. I like, obviously, Sorry Not Sorry, because that's a movie.
Big Paper with Cardi.
Listen,
That's a tune to be fair.
listen, Cardi is yamming.
Spanks.
She's yamming.
Yeah, she spanks.
I don't know who she's talking to.
Yeah,
I don't want to say anyone's
talking to
name.
somebody.
She's talking to somebody.
Yeah.
She felt disrespected.
But and that somebody could be coming out of retirement soon.
Do you think?
Well, I just saw posters of
Oh no, they dropped on Friday.
what?
It was a Beam Me Up Scotty mixtape anniversary. So she dropped it on Friday. You're talking about Miss Minaj?
Yes.
Yeah. Who?
The name of the tune of Bryson Tiller is called Body in Motion.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's gonna run somewhere.
Yeah, that's gonna run somewhere.
That's gonna run somewhere.
That's cold.
I like the tune with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I love it.
That's my tune.
son's favourite record.
Let It Go.
He's
That's
killing
fire. And the video's pretty
I feel
dope.
like that song was stolen from a black woman.
Oh, wow. I mean, yeah. It's got a bit awkward.
The show was going alright.
I need the crickets.
I mean, what are we doing? Wow. Okay.
And just come with a spanner.
All right. Okay.
Right, so J. Cole's released a new album. Before we finish with before we finish with the Khaled album, that Let It Go, as you said, Pop Stars on there, Drake.
Yeah.
Sorry Not Sorry. Go Crazy is a heavy record.
Yes.
I like that Go Crazy record.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I feel like it's evenly, but it's not the best Khaled album I've heard, to be fair. But it's got joints on there.
You know what we're going to do? Because we haven't done a playlist in a long time. We're going to do the best of DJ Khaled so far playlist.
Okay.
All right, that's my challenge to myself. I'm going to put the biggest, baddest, obviously you're going to hear DJ Khaled screaming on all of them, but yeah, I'm going to put a playlist of Khaled's best bangers.
And Khaled's got bangers still.
He has.
His formula works still.
It does,
he's got bangers. He's got
because for a moment I forgot about the pandemic.
Yeah. What's the tune with him and Bounty Killer?
Ooh,
Bounty Killer. It's not Sizzler. Is it? No,
Capleton.
It's Capleton.
Yeah.
Bounty Killer. And
Where you from again?
Where you come from?
Yeah. North Wheezy.
To try that, your roots.
Yeah.
Where you guess the song name of the song's called Where You Come From.
Yeah.
I knew
Where
that.
you come from?
Oh, I knew that, bro. I was just checking.
Yeah. No, I don't smoke weed, but I wanted to light up when that came in.
Is that what it did for you?
Yeah.
A fatty.
But Khaled is a adopted child of Jamaica. Like his history, because some people are like, oh, look at him just linking up with. If you do your history, you'll see Khaled's been repping Jamaica.
Did you see that little sound? Did you see that little YouTube clip of Khaled back in the day playing dub plates?
Yeah.
In a rave. Like, he was doing.
Yeah.
He's been out here.
Yeah, he's been in Jamaica for years.
Yeah.
Slim.
He was slim.
Yeah.
And he was, obviously, I think Jamaica has to contribute to his weight because he was eating all that good Jamaican food. I think that
Makes
just
sense.
contributes.
Makes sense.
But there's stories about Khaled being stuck in Jamaica and DJ. Yeah, man, just do your history because people go, oh, he's a culture vulture. Don't throw that word around too easy. Khaled's been putting in the work to the point they want to give him a passport.
Yes.
So, yeah, shout out to Khaled,
So
man.
shout out to Khaled.
Yeah.
New record.
Oh shit, that's a good point. Celine Dion deserves a Jamaican passport.
100%.
She does.
She does.
She does. You're not wrong.
She's fed a lot of kids.
Next Chamber, Raekwon, the chef, Method Man, and Willie the Kid. That just came out. Check it out. J. Cole, have you heard the album yet?
Off season.
I haven't heard it yet. I'm not a big fan of J. Cole, so.
That's fair. But the intro, I think, will capture you to
I
listen to the album.
I had the intro.
With a killer.
I just heard Hove.
What? It's Killer Cam.
Yeah, but I had Hove in the intro. I had the flow,
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, check that out. Off season if you like J. Cole. A lot of girls like J. Cole. Okay, maybe not.
Very stereotypical.
I need to know
generalization.
about. This is the things that I left off. One, because I didn't have time to do enough research, and two, you do all the research. Meek Mill leaves is leaving MMG.
Yeah, so over the weekend it came out that story was leaking that he had a birthday party or something. Meek, and obviously Mr. I don't listen. Wherever Meek Mill is, and if Rose's in town, I don't think no one has to fact check Rose.
No,
Meek's there. I'm there.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rose was refused entry into the party.
Wow.
Take it for what you want, man. But if Meek's having a party,
he was refused.
Refused, as in you can't come in. Your name's not down. You're not coming in. I don't know what's going on.
Why would Rick Ross turn up to a party that he knew you weren't allowed to come into?
Let it go. I don't know what's happening. And you know what Twitter fingers is like? I mean, sorry, you know what Meek Mills is like? He's very emotional on Twitter. He puts all his business out there. So it'll be interesting to see how this transpires. But it's very interesting. That's like J. Cole having a party and Hove. I mean, Hove don't come out for the sake of coming out. But Hove comes out, goes to the party and go, sorry, you can't come in.
Yeah.
I think there's two things. I think one, there might have already been some existing friction between Rick Ross and Meek Mill because of the whole Nicki thing.
Which is possible.
Because on Apple or Your Eye, Rick Ross said, I told Meek I wouldn't trust Nicki.
True.
Instead of beefing with the dog, give him some distance. So there might have been some friction there.
True.
And secondly, I think Jay-Z is planting the seed with Rick Ross, with Meek Mill to leave MMG and sign with Rock Nation. That's the first one that comes to my mind.
The first point I can remember. The second point, that's blasphemy. Like, let's not bring Hove into this, please.
Why not?
Because I always feel like whenever someone's trying to get off one label to go, it's always, Hove's trying to engineer them to get off their label. And it could happen.
But isn't that not the case? Because Dream Chasers is under Rock Nation now.
But
so then why would he need to even do anything? Then there's nothing to do.
You don't have to.
I think his deal with MMG is separate from
Dream Chasers, right? So Dream Chasers is his label, and then he's an artist signed to MMG,
right?
So he's got 2 checks coming in,
right?
But I just get both checks. Why would you?
What can Jay-Z do no wrong? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Jay-Z, whenever there's a negotiation with deals happening, Jay-Z's name always gets thrown in. Like he's trying to take that person.
Yeah, because listen, he's trying to eat off everyone. I get it.
Yeah, he is eating.
I get it.
He's intimate fasting.
He's intimate fasting.
He's not missing meals.
You put this in the agenda, and I was quite interested to find out from you why you mentioned it. And you said to me, "Is it time for a Nas and Hove album?"
Yeah. I mean, we've just had Sorry Not Sorry. We're now getting this collab again with DMX on his album. I'm just like,
could we get one?
Maybe it's time.
Char, would you like to hear a Nas and a Jay-Z album?
I mean, I like them both. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You like to hear it?
Is it likely to happen?
I don't know. I would like it to be a mixture of producers. You definitely have to have Primo in there, or let's not do it at all. I need Primo in there, maybe a Just Blaze, maybe a Dre, maybe a Swiss, Kanye, but I want like Graduation, Kanye. No, we probably get Kanye. I don't want Nas.
Is Hov and not Kanye cool again or what?
I think they are.
Are they?
Because he said if he was running for president, he'd want Hov as his running mate. He said
Vice
that.
President?
Yeah.
Relax.
Which is funny.
Yeah, we got mixed views on this podcast.
I don't want to see a Jay-Z Nas album.
No way.
Why?
I don't want to see.
You don't want to see it?
Why?
Nas is gonna be there trying to select some dead beats.
Oh well.
You see, that's why I think it's important that we get mixed. Like Primo.
Styles are too different.
Nah,
The styles are too different.
Yeah, but you could get on a Primo beat, you can get a fire Nas and Hove. Maybe an EP or just.
I thought that about Jay Electronica's album with Hove, and that they kind of suited.
Yeah.
That kind of.
The only collaboration album I really want to see is Watch the Throne 2. Even the J. Cole and Kendrick one, they sold me dreams of that. So the whole collaboration thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, J. Cole.
And Kendrick, I want to hear that still.
Yeah, they talked about that. They keep teasing us with that, man.
But I don't think it's happening though.
Yeah. But yeah.
Right. So also, Pop Smoke's murder details has been.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's been.
So apparently, the police officers, those who are investigating the case, are saying that a 15-year-old is responsible for the murder of Pop Smoke.
15-year-old.
A 15-year-old.
Right.
Let that sink in. A 15-year-old who probably, Pop Smoke is probably his version of DMX, is responsible for murdering the Pop Smoke.
Because it was an invasion, wasn't it? A home invasion.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. We'll run with that for now.
Okay.
Okay.
So saga continues.
The saga continues.
But I thought there was several people that were involved.
That's what I heard.
originally.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
But they're pinning it on a 15-year-old.
On one single 15-year-old teenage child.
Who, I'm just saying, if I was 15 and I saw Pop Smoke, the last thing I would want to do is that. I'd be gassed to see Pop Smoke.
Exactly.
But hey, those are investigating no more than I do, so.
All right, fast forward. Jay-Z and LL Cool J entered into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Congratulations to both.
Congratulations.
For those two amazing artists, LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Mama Said Knock You Out, still one of my favourite tunes. Still one of my favourite tunes. Obviously, we just spoke about Hove. I feel like I'm not really that surprised. They're both established staples in hip-hop history, you know what I mean? So congratulations to them. What else is there left? Right, so editing.
Oh shit, it's changed position. Yeah.
I'm looking for something to watch on Netflix. I've done
I finished Netflix, I feel like. Snowfall?
I've done
Line of Duty. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
Do you know
something.
what? Pause. We need to talk about that ending.
I haven't watched it yet, but go ahead.
Oh, no, don't do that then.
No, it's fine. By the time I watch it, I've forgotten.
Do you know what? I thought Game of Thrones was bad, but that.
Shit!
Yeah,
because Game of Thrones was atrocious.
No,
it was a bit mad, innit? It was.
What does it mean? Are they coming back?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like they
mean?
left it. I feel like they left
They've
the door
left it open.
And they have to because it can't end like that.
It was piss poor performance.
Do you know what? Right, leading up to the
I'm
end
a
of the
big
show,
fan.
I was still gripped. It was just the
100%.
way.
The
It was
last
just
two
the way it
episodes were
ended.
poor. The last
That's
two
all.
episodes were poor.
So I'm not going to give you the.
No.
Okay, so
It's
like
not really
unlike
a
Game of
spoiler.
Thrones, where it was just it felt like it was just
Yeah.
bumping over. Like
Game of
this
Thrones,
isn't feeling
every
good.
episode in that last season was just a fumble.
Yeah.
They should just never have done it. With Line of Duty, it
was
kept
good.
you.
I would say the last two episodes
Last
kind
two
of just went
episodes,
downhill.
it was like, okay, cool. Is that what you did with it?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm looking for something to watch. I'm like, cool, boom, boom, boom. Call up my brethren, shout out to Shannon, call him up. What are you watching, bro? Oh, bro, you need to check this out. I said, what is it? He goes, Handmaiden's Tale.
Okay, I've heard about this.
I said, Handmaiden's Tale. Okay, cool.
Sounds very manly, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of checked it. I put it on. Me and the wife sat there. Holy shit.
You're going to make me go and watch it today. He's reliving it now, look.
You know when you scratch your head but you do this? This one. By the ears. Like, what the hell? Very deep, I have to say.
I love deep.
Yeah.
Intricate. I don't want to give the plot line away. It's a must watch.
Okay. It's won a bag of awards.
Don't watch
still.
it tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
7, 8 o'clock. Get into it.
Yeah.
But it's a very good show. I think there's 3 or 4 episodes out.
Okay.
3 or 4 seasons
Oh, great.
out right
Okay.
now. But it's a very good show. Check it out. Handmaiden's Tale on Netflix. I'm into that.
I have a tendency to binge, so that's good for me. 3 seasons works well.
Yeah,
I'll
you-
start and just keep going until it ends.
Right.
You got time. I didn't finish The Falcon.
Oh yeah.
I watched an episode.
You haven't.
No,
I
my
haven't
son
finished
watches it. I don't.
I need to finish it.
It's good. I
It is
mean,
good. It
I
is a good
like
ending.
what I like from it is that Marvel are in a space where they're like, right, people trust the brand,
Yep.
so we can now dwell on certain subject matters that actually deal in real time. So there's a lot of how would a black man respond to the fact of being offered the chance to be Captain America when America has a rich history of injustice, racism, this, that, and the third. So he's struggling with that in the show. So it's not all roses and pew pew and all them things there. You know what I mean? You know. It's been a long time since I've done one of them. And action, there's real story in there of like being a black man who's being asked to represent America, which has blood on its hands for being very racist. And there's a very, I don't know if you've seen the episode, unique scene where they come from the house and speaking to an OG. I won't spoil it.
I saw that.
And then they go in the street and they're having a conversation. Two grown men having a conversation. Police pull up. And it just sums up what it is to be a black man in America and how it's looked.
You can't even be a hero.
And be a black man in it. They was like, are you being is everything okay here, sir? And it's like, they're talking to Bucky and it's like, they were just having a conversation. It's like, and he was just like, raw, they really speaking to the brother like he's just any guy on the road.
But let them speak to Hulk like that, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if Hulk's having an argument in the middle of the road, pull up on him.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
No, pull up on him and ask him questions.
Just done up your dance.
Bruv, your whole dance done. You get me? So
I did like that, man. So it's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to finish watching that.
Yeah, man.
Joe, could you do the honours for me? I feel like we're going to take a little intermission period.
Okay.
And then we're going to get into another conversation. Blessings to Char for coming along
of
and
course.
chilling with us today.
Peace,
with style and grace.
Yeah. But first of all,
you
bro,
guys are too kind.
I'm waiting for you. Bro.
You waiting for me?
Yeah, I'm for the other elephant in the room.
I think we covered everything. You gotta relax. What we took, I don't know. What we doing?
Drizzy's, you the man.
Thank you.
You the man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you hitting me with that responsibility, man. So what's happening? So you're gonna run. You got intermission break. Yeah, Kit Kat time.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna take a quick break, and I'm gonna take a quick break with this.
Right. Okay.
Brand new, freestyle, gigs. Let's go.
Love it.
Thank God for season 3. Thank God for this new set. Thank God for the man behind me who's going to come and bless the season and kick off the right way. The Godfather. Diggs. Nothing more talking. Let's get into this.
The Fast Food Podcast.
Yes, intermission period. That was gigs. HB Freestyle. Shout out to Gigs.
Yes.
Pecknam. South London. Represent all day, every day. Yes, back to the Fast Food Podcast.
Yep.
Episode 8. It's good, man. I feel like we're in a little groove now. You know what I mean? And especially having a special guest today, it's just kind of nice. It's a nice little break.
I feel like we're in our best behaviour, to be fair.
I feel like we have been.
We have been.
We have been. And I don't. Is it subliminal?
But that can all change. But I'm just saying, so far we've been in our best behaviour.
Yeah, we have.
So we might have to change that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. So over to you, Drizzy.
Over to me and back to you. So what are you saying?
Okay. Shout out to my Clubhouse crew.
Yep.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody in Clubhouse. We shouted them out the last time, so I'm not really going to try and go through everyone's name.
God, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a bag of them.
There's a
But
bag
shout
of
out to them. We definitely
Moving
got
like Blazing
plans.
Squad.
Yeah.
We definitely got plans of trying to do some sort of podcast on Clubhouse.
Yeah, join the Fast Food Podcast group, man, on Clubhouse if you haven't done so already.
Follow the club.
Yeah, Shah was putting pressures like, yeah, Driz, you should do it. I was like, cool. And I was speaking to
pressure on a few people.
do it again. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, you know what?
I'll put pressure on me as well still.
Yeah.
I
So
like to
shout out
apply
to
the
Shah,
pressure.
man. Shah's out here living with like the best manager.
The
Moving
Chris
like
Jenner.
Alex
Yeah.
Ferguson and that.
Yeah, for real. Phil Jackson out here, boy. It's just like, yeah, you
I'm
do
just
that, you do that,
deflecting,
you do
guys.
that,
I'm
you
getting
do
you
that.
lot to do stuff that I should really be doing myself.
But yeah, so we
hopefully
got
I'll
it.
get that pressure back.
Yep. Don't worry, we'll be on your case,
onto
man.
me.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
Do you know what? In all seriousness, the app is very good if you use it in the right way.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
If you use it in the right way, it's forget about the pitfalls. If you know how to move around in there. If you're new to Clubhouse and you're on there, just join a room with a friend. Just hang out with a friend and
Just sit in the audience.
or just
Join the room,
just
sit in the audience, take it in. Find your tribe. Very, very important.
Absolutely.
But Yeah, I think I love Clubhouse.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
amazing. It's an amazing app.
The good for me by far outweighs the bad.
Yeah, I do have a slight concern
Tell me.
with people who are on Clubhouse
Way too much.
to
What,
yeah.
trauma dumping?
Yeah, this is too early. I might it's too early. Like me, I'll get up at 5,
PM.
a.m.
Oh, right.
Yeah, a.m. And I turn my data, my Wi-Fi off because I don't want to be troubled while I'm dreaming about someone else's woman like Rihanna,
Fair play.
Halle
She's
Berry.
actually single right now.
She's single.
Yeah,
What?
I
Her
think
and
they
Rocky
both
broke
are.
up.
Is she with him?
Oh shit!
I thought that was.
Why do Rihanna's relationships not last, bruv?
She's just one of those women, isn't she?
I think she might be toxic still.
Bro,
Wow.
she's just waiting for the caramel sundae with a bag of freckles to just come through and just done the dance. Really? Hi, Rihanna. Yeah, so like some people are just they're too early, bro.
Yeah.
Too early.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Fancy.
yeah, don't you
o'clock.
have someone spooning you? Isn't someone rubbing your head?
job.
It's a job.
job.
What we doing?
Furlough runs out in September though, so shout out the Back to Work crew.
Back
Yeah.
to work crew.
Yeah.
I just feel like you get Clubhouse, you can get. I know I can only speak for myself. I got on it, and it was just it was addictive. But at the time, I had more time to be on it
Because it was still locked
because
down.
I was just in my
Right.
yard.
Because you guys joined fairly late, didn't
Yeah,
you?
that's right.
Because I joined last year.
Yeah.
Sort of around, I think, beginning of December.
Really?
December, yeah.
Is that when a lot of people went on that?
I think so. Sort of November, December. That's when there was a huge influx of people, and that's when all of the artists we know and love jumped on there, and all of the dramatic rooms.
Yeah,
Right,
Because when I first got on there,
Inspired.
Wiley was still active.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That
He was still
the,
active.
The heydays, right at the start.
Well, I
he had
suppose,
great
yeah.
rooms. He had great
He had
rooms at
good
the beginning.
rooms.
Yeah.
So no, man, I'm enjoying it. Just use it the right way. You get
Yeah.
me? Don't bring passer.
Nah.
It's passer that get brought. You know what it is? Yeah, it's the passer that gets brought from one room to another room where it goes. Oh, did you hear what just happened in that other room I've just been in?
I'm so oblivious.
I'm like, okay, what
honestly.
happened?
Yeah.
It's white noise at this point.
This person just said that to that person, and that
Wow.
person said that to that, and I'm like,
You know,
okay.
shout out to Kojo. I think the question he asked the other day is, what playground did that happen on? Yeah.
Basically,
And we move.
shout out to Clubhouse.
Shit, yeah.
So this is the conversation I really want to have today. Again, we've touched on it before on the pod, and it's just an ongoing saga, and more news has come out.
Another
So
Another one.
we're back here again.
Again.
Talking about another podcast. And the other podcast is Joe Budden Podcast.
Yeah.
Like sometimes good news or bad news or whatever they call it is just news and it helps promote the show.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this is the one right now. I'm not sure.
What
This
else
is-
has come out? Update me, because I feel like you're talking about something else now.
Oh, strap up, honey. We're got into it right now.
So we know that the last time we spoke, they came back to the show. So Rory and Moore are the co-hosts on Joe Budden's
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
They no, Marian.
It's Parks.
I need to get that sample from somewhere. That
Yeah,
sample
we could
got
jack
me
that from somewhere.
We could jack it.
Yeah. Come on, man.
So they had a discrepancy. They were off the show
Yes.
for 6 weeks. They came back. Still,
Did you miss them?
Yes.
You
I
did?
Yeah, I did miss them. I missed them because I love the chemistry.
Okay.
I loved the chemistry with them. I liked the vibe, the energy that they had. I was just so oblivious to what else was happening. And obviously, what else is happening is now coming to
to the
light.
light.
And I kind of... Well, let's chop it up.
You did, credit where's credit's due. I'm going to give you some flowers to put in your garden. You did highlight the fact that it could be regarding the bag.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. You did
I've
say
heard,
that.
I've heard you lot discussing this,
Yeah.
by the way. I was patiently watching. What else is it about? Of course, it's the bag. Of
But they
course.
keep saying, Char, they
Of
keep
course
saying it's
the
not.
bag.
They keep saying it's not, though.
One saying
What
it's
is it?
not. One
It's
saying it's about
a principle.
respect. It's
Right.
about
It's always
respect.
principle of respect, right?
Respect don't keep the lights on, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Respect hasn't got a currency.
Do you know why I said it was
has
about
a
the
price,
bag?
though.
Why I said it
True.
was about the bag in the first place is because they were always talking about the fact that the bag was good
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're all making enough money. So in my head, I'm like, so why are you falling out then?
Yeah.
If we're all getting paid,
Yeah.
there's no need to have a conversation about anything. Then we're getting paid, and this is one of the number one podcasts on the planet.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving. So I go, all right. So fast forward, they've come back on the show. They did 2 episodes, right?
Yeah. One was called The Floor Is Yours, which allowed them to use that famous word now engraved in the Joe Budden Podcast, transparency.
Yeah.
A lot of transparency and the word respect was being used on the show, that episode.
Yeah. Trans is like, transparency is like, what does that mean?
To be transparent.
To just be clear.
Like Avion water, clear.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
That was a close one.
I don't know. Bro, I don't even know.
How?
I don't even know what's happening right now still. It's just, walk on.
Back to the bit. Let's all assemble in the same point.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're back.
The Fast Food Podcast.
Oh my God.
Pusa.
This is a fast food podcast. I'm telling you,
Didn't know
this is what
that,
we
you
do.
know.
Like this, I'm glad you lot are starting to understand what we do here.
Wow.
But
Yeah, the trading whalls came up a long time ago. You see that year break we took off? I think we made it's all in or nothing. It was deadly. That pause said so much.
So there's a lot of clarity. That's
Let me know if there's any edits.
Yo,
Try and get the edits right.
Oh my God.
oh, I'm telling you, this is what we do.
We've entered our
Char,
comfort zone
welcome.
now.
Char, welcome.
Thank you for
Welcome.
Yeah, the Perry Tamer's gone.
Yeah.
We're the hot sauce.
Yeah.
mode
So
now.
there's a lot more clarity in the news that has happened, that's come up.
Yeah.
So the news is Rory and Maul put our episode out yesterday.
Saturday.
Was it a
I think it was Friday, Saturday, kind of. Yeah.
Really?
So basically they sat there, I was glued.
Hold on, wait a minute. They were charging.
What?
It wasn't free. It was like $2 to access this thing, you know?
right.
Don't get it twisted. This wasn't free.
What platform was it on?
Vimeo.
Was it Vimeo?
Vimeo.
Yeah, $2, bro. It's like
$2.
was it 147? Yeah, about that.
But it's not about money.
It's
No,
it's
never.
not about money.
Respect.
Yeah, I get it.
It's about respect. We respect you to want to hear our side of the story and
buddy.
be willing to pay to hear it. But it's not about money. Anyway, carry on as you were.
Yeah. So I just saw the news come up. I think Joseph just
Joe hit us with the plug. He's on
Joseph's
it.
on crud, you
With
know.
this storyline, he's on
With
it.
this storyline, man, it's been dashing in food.
Yeah.
For man, like, yo, hold this, you lot.
Yeah.
Hold this.
Yeah.
Because it kind of was a build up on Saturday. That's right. Saturday it was a build up of. Where's Joe's episode? Because obviously Joe's got episode. Then I saw online that there was like a little bit of audio where Joe's fired.
Yeah.
The disrespect.
Okay, let's
Is it disrespectful?
On
your
pod.
day off. On your day off,
You get fired on your
day off. That's rude.
You're not too sensitive, man.
On your day off,
Absolutely.
Joseph, you
Sensitive.
can't get fired on your day off.
Why not?
man.
Why
Joseph Budden over there. You can't get fired on your day off.
We're doing my day
Listen,
off.
you know what, yeah?
Actually, bro,
I'm gonna be honest, yeah?
Bro, Rory got fired and he wasn't at the pod.
Listen, I'm a Virgo.
It was his day off.
He didn't turn up.
I'm a Virgo.
Well, he was
I've got
off.
the same name as man.
He didn't
I
turn
resonate with Joe a lot.
Okay.
I hear that.
If you've been on leave for 6 weeks, I might fire you how and when I feel like it still.
Facts.
But we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that. My opinion, I don't feel like if you're friends and you run a podcast, which is a business, you should air that live or in a recording and put it out there.
You mean from them doing it?
From Joe Budden saying, Rory, don't come back.
Yeah.
But this is Joe Budden. He's on brand.
Now I understand. I get it. I get what he's doing because I feel like Joe Budden's been in a position of, look, everybody's looking at me like the bad guy, and I need everybody to know that it's deeper than this.
Yeah.
But how Joe Budden's coming across to me at the moment is a little bit misguided in terms of him handling the situation. He's not handling the situation
But
well.
he's an emotional guy.
Badly.
Yeah.
Badly.
But you know, Joe's always critiqued and labelled as being an egomaniac, right?
Yeah.
Is it a gift and a curse if your ego fuels your talent?
Yes. Good point.
Bro, I like that, you know. You know what it is? It's the fucking Martin Luther King glasses you're wearing
Now
at
you're
the
going to
moment.
have all these basic
That's what it is. I
barriers
was watching you
pulling
today.
it
I was
into the
watching you today, and it's like this Malcolm X, Martin Luther King thing that you're on is definitely a wave, and it's making you sound Like, you know, the ones is.
They're intellectuals.
Yeah, bruv. Like, I continue.
I mean, I'm just here to do my part, bro. I don't want no problems like I'm seeing on the other side over there, them man.
there.
So I'm making sure people can hear my input and my percentage of addition to the show.
Do you know what though? You see, when it comes to like, if they're going out of their way to make someone look like a villain, I'm critical of that.
And we'll get to that. Let's still stay in the Joe pocket right now.
Right, yeah, okay.
Because Joe did an episode where, like you said, he fired Rory on his day off, which I found hilarious.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Friday, but that's me.
You got fired on your day off.
But Joe said some things on the show, which I was like,
Yep.
The main thing was your friends. Now, here's what I'm still trying to get my head around.
Pause.
Okay.
Just a pause.
Okay. I said my head, not my mouth.
Your head around. What you were trying to get your head around, bro? Like,
Get a better view of what's gonna go down.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. What's for lunch? But what I was trying
How it just,
Continue. I'm with you.
I shall proceed.
Yeah.
Mo has. Okay. When he said, I don't know if this is true or not because I wasn't there. When the man said he hides the detergent in his bedroom.
Oh, that was cold.
Who does?
So basically, Joe's having a conversation on his episode about Maul and Rory not being there. Joe alludes to when at the time when him and Maul lived together. At the time him and Maul lived together, Maul used to hide the detergent in his own room. So basically, Joe.
But what?
Joe used that as a reference to Maul being tight and in his own.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Nah.
You're right, James.
Woo! All right, we got there. Okay, we got there. We're definitely in the zone now. All right, cool. I thought it was being a bit pedestrian earlier, but we're in the zone now. All right, cool. Let's go. I'm here for it. Let's go.
How did you? Right. So when he said that, all I saw was Joe undermining his friend.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I get, all right, cool, you had the detergent, but what is that? What's that mean? And Maul said, which we'll talk about in more
Let's
detail.
stay in Joe pocket. Yeah.
It's like, what has that got to do with anything? See what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to put personal issues or personal things in a conversation to make yourself look like
you're justified?
Like you're trying to make look like Maul was like I took Maul in. I was the one that fed him and looked after him.
Like man's name was Annie or something.
Yeah,
that's cold. That is cold-blooded. And Maul referenced that he's always had money, or he's always worked or hustled to get what he's got. So he's never been a thing where him and Joe, he had to rely on Joe for money and stuff like that.
Clarify, did he hide the detergent or no?
He said that. He said it wasn't true, but I just like the narrative, so I'm running with it.
I love it.
I found it funny. Do you know what I mean? But let's play devil's advocate. What if Joe was using that particular situation just to add some context to my brother, you and me, we came up like.
Ooh.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, let's just play devil's advocate.
Remember back in the day when we
right, it's a back in the day one. He could have used a different scenario, or he could have used a different setting.
Yeah,
he didn't have to mention the detergent. I want to know what brand of detergent it was because we got Persil, Bold.
Do they have Bold over there?
I'm sure.
Maybe I don't know.
That's a good question. We have to ask Carlotta.
Yeah, our resident American.
Yeah, shout out to Carlotta. Yeah, so maybe he's just using it as a point of reference, like me and you come up together, my G. Yeah. So I don't see why you would step to me about this, thinking I would be shortchanging you what you're entitled to. Carry on.
Right. So Joe's overall, when I heard Joe Budden's episode, overall what I got from him was that he's the one who started. He's the one
it's called the Joe
his
Budden
IP.
Podcast.
Yeah. It's his creation, and the hosts changed throughout, leading up to when Maul and Rory came to the podcast. Now I get that, and what Rory said is he's got no problem with that at all. My thing that Rory said was, don't get it twisted, though. The podcast became the Joe Budden Podcast when Rory and Maul came onto the show, and I can attest to that because that was when I started listening to it. I didn't listen to it before that. It was when Rory and Maul came in, and they were just cracking up, and they were just boys, and the chemistry was there, and their numbers all of a sudden started going through the roof. So I get that argument. Also, again, when Maul and Rory are talking, they talk about what happened with their contracts. Now, what they said about their contracts was that their contracts were rolling on contracts, like was percentage based.
Like the 0 hour thing.
Like a 0 hour thing. So you get paid for what comes in.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily getting paid for
A set amount.
Like a salary.
A salary,
Yeah.
right? And I get that because obviously there's different revenue streams with the podcast. Do you know what I mean? There's YouTube, there's Patreon, there's the streaming, there's whatever
Cash App
and things like that.
But that's important.
Go.
I want to stop you there because this is important. We can't skate over this. Rory and Maul said, and this is the most I've heard Maul talk in a long time, but anyway, Rory said he spoke to Joe about a percentage of YouTube revenue.
Right.
Joseph said,
Joseph?
not the Joseph. Joseph said,
that's why he likes him. So
yeah.
I get it.
Joseph was like, we'll discuss it, whatever. But then Rory said, they said, we don't want the same percentage of YouTube money that we get from the Spotify money, the audio money, basically. We'll take less from the YouTube money, but we just want a percentage of YouTube.
Because since Joe has had the podcast on his YouTube channel,
numbers going through the roof. Because
So
they're averaging.
Still not about money though.
No, it's respect.
Oh no, that's not bad.
Because Joe's podcast average the visual content averages about, correct me if I'm wrong, minimum 250 hits.
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
Right? Minimum. But then Joe had the Cash App deal for his pull-ups, which he was doing.
Right.
But then it got carried over to the podcast.
Yeah.
So Rory was like, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Are we not meant to be getting some money from the Cash App deal that you said was only for the pull-up?
Yeah.
And then Joe said, no, it's cool. It's just there. Don't watch that. It's all right. It's cool, man. Don't worry about it. So then Patreon came along.
And they're getting a lot of money off Patreon. You pay, what is it, $10?
Wait, I thought they did get money off Cash App, but Rory tried to say don't pay me.
No, this was Patreon.
Was that
It was
Patreon or Cash App?
Patreon. He was like, they offered them a bag of money.
And he said, don't
use it on me
Give it to
because
them.
word on the street is, Chinese whispers, some man on the team feel overworked. And they're feeling like they're doing a lot of work at the expense of their personal family time, whatever. They're not getting paid to represent the extra work they're doing. But someone whose name shall remain nameless is doing pull-ups. Someone's doing State of the Culture. Someone's doing the extra show on Patreon. But they're doing the work, the filming, the line, all that. They don't feel like they're getting enough shillings to represent the extra work that they're doing.
Yeah.
So Rory was like, give it to those guys because I've saved up my money.
I'm good.
When the Spotify deal looked like it was coming to an end, Joe had a meeting with them and said, hey, we might not re-sign with these guys because it's not looking good. And Rory was like, all right, cool, bet.
You can see why this Spotify deal was, now you can see when they were talking about it so a while ago about the Spotify deal, Joe was so vocal about it.
Yeah.
Because I used to listen to the podcast a lot of the time and I'd just be like, why is Rory and Maul just always like, they're just yes men?
Yes.
Nod.
Like it's just always like,
man.
There's no like...
There was no
pushback.
questions.
Yeah, there's no pushback. Like,
and if you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, I feel like I'm in a comfortable space that you won't feel disrespected if I go, but Morgs, do we have a better option than what Spotify bringing to the table? And then you could then say to me, you know what Joe's like, I'm looking at it, or possibly, or yeah, maybe next time we do this pod, we'll have some more news in regards to that. And then I'd be like, all right, Morgs, cool. Bet.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just, again, I mentioned it before, leadership.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. your leadership skills are falling apart, Joe, because I hear what Joseph's saying, and ultimately it is Joe Budden's podcast.
Yep.
Ultimately, he did start it. It's his idea.
Box
It's his
him.
baby.
Yep.
But at the same time, you got to look after your people. It's very important it's very important to understand what your partners have put into the show, because Joe Budden doesn't have a podcast, in my opinion, without those two. Now, you got Ice and Ish, who've been filling in for the last couple of months. They're sounding cool. So we may go forward with them because it looks like this shit is over with.
Yeah.
And it may be a podcast that continues. But at the moment, I still miss that chemistry.
Bro, Ish and Ice have a podcast with Joe.
Yeah, but will that translate back over to Joe Budden? Now we know that.
But people are paying for it.
Right.
It's been on Patreon for like weeks and weeks.
Yeah,
and weeks.
yeah.
I
People are
think,
paying
though,
for it.
Yeah.
I think like Rory and Ma, I think they're a bit they overestimated their value in it. Like if you can go
I mean,
if you can go for 6 weeks and Joe can replace you, it's like what you think you're worth, you're not actually worth that because you got replaced.
But you know what it was? I understood when Joe said the show must go on, because at the end of the day, you've got a massive audience that look to your podcast. So you can't just
I think
not
you did the right thing.
You
Yeah.
can't
You did
just
the right
not
thing.
do a podcast. But at the flip side of it,
He has a team that's depending on him to keep putting out these
Yeah.
podcasts. That's their bread and butter.
yeah,
I do think, obviously, you've been talking about leadership, and one part of leadership is empathy, understanding who you're working with, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Joe could have done better on that front.
yeah. Joseph. He told Moore verbatim that it's none of his business. The podcast is none of his business, bro. And again, this is what I didn't like. So in the episode that Moore and Rory put out, they verbatim said, look, in our contract, the stipulations is we're supposed to get accounting.
yes, yeah.
Which is, I don't understand what's wrong with accounting. If you're getting paid from a company and your payment is based on what comes in, then you need to have
need to
accounting
see.
to go, okay, cool. This is what they were paid and this is what I'm just due. Joe Budden went back and said, or before that said, I've overpaid them. My argument to that is, that's not my problem. You overpaid them, that's your business. That's not nothing to do with, that's not with X, Y, or Z. You overpaid them, that was the kindness of your heart. But at the end of the day, the boys are looking at this product and going, okay, we need answers. We need to know what's going on, because we are a part of something and we just don't feel a part of it. And I get that. Do you know what I'm saying? We spoke about it again 2 weeks ago, because obviously we do this podcast. Even though it's a different dynamic and even though we're still early and we're still babies in it, we still have to understand now what we need to do to maintain it now. And have an understanding. The important thing that I say to Drizzy and I say to Trim.
Shout out to Trim, who is,
Where's
look
Trim?
at you, bruv. Leadership, that's poor leadership on your behalf. So I'll step up and be the man. Shout out to Trim, man. It's our brother Trim. You know, the third part of the cog is not with us today.
Yeah, shout out to Trim. We love him, bro.
For those who have seen the footage, is probably looking at it for the past hour plus going, Trim is looking really fine today. But, and maybe that's why my man mentioned the TRA and S word previously. But no, Trim has not changed his form. Trim is just dealing with migraine. And hopefully he'll be back with us for the next show.
We love you, Trim.
But we love you, Trim.
Man.
We can never replace you, my brother.
Yeah.
But I hope you did like me and lawyered up just in case things go south.
I look forward to meeting him.
Yes,
when I'm next
Trim's
back
good
on.
people, man. He's good people, man. So shout out to Trim.
He's blessed.
You know what I mean?
He's like-
Get well soon, brother.
Yeah, he brings such a cool dynamic to us, and it works. And I feel like, again, I said this in the last podcast. Yes, let's use Joe Budden's podcast as a learning lesson.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what not to fucking do. Do you see what I'm saying? I think I mentioned it before, but Joseph, who's here, he's the one who gave me the contact details for Joe, our cameraman. So again, I mentioned it before, but now you're here. Thank you very much for that. Because
I might have to get Joe's contacts off for you now, Morgan.
Yeah.
Pave it forward.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And Joe is just been amazing. And the beautiful thing about Joe is on board early.
Yeah.
Which is, again, important in terms of going forward when we're building this thing. He's been here from the beginning. As far as I'm concerned, he's been here from the beginning.
I do have concerns about Joe, though.
Wow.
But I thought we should do it now while we're still in the early phase.
Okay, cool.
Just because
Yeah.
we don't want to get to the JBP stage and then we have to
No, I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
I do have slight concerns that he may potentially one day go Hollywood on us.
Yeah.
In regards to like his work.
He doesn't give you
No,
those
I see
vibes.
that.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No,
like
I
he
see
might
that.
start getting the HD kind of
Yeah,
work.
but if you noticed in the last podcast, all of a sudden the writing changed in the pod.
Right.
I was like, bro, I never asked you to.
And
do
I
that,
like
bro.
the executive decision he took.
Yeah, I get
I
it.
like proactiveness.
It worked.
It worked.
Luckily.
Yeah.
But it could have gone
That's
left.
important. It could have gone left.
It could have gone left.
Who's the general manager? I want to speak to the general manager. So I can voice my concern.
No, I hear it.
Yeah, we want to speak to HR, you know.
And that's Joe being nice. Because we know his background. Someone might just go missing, bro. Like, yo, where's them man? Oh, yeah, nah. Man went to the boot of his car, bro.
You know what it is, though? I think, when you're doing something like collectively with people, I think you have to everyone has to kind of agree on what their value is. Because I think what it is obviously Joe being, I think what it was Joe was being like the friend guy, giving them percentages. He's worked with these man, and he's been like, okay, you men are not valued as high as I valued you, so I'm not gonna pay you that much. But it doesn't really work like that.
But he
have
said,
to-
but that's what I'm saying. He said he overpaid them. He said,
Yeah, but when he's saying he's overpaid them, he's saying he's overpaid them based on what he values them
Right.
as. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Not on
what they actually think they were.
contractually, you get what I'm saying?
And what they
right.
contribute. So was that overpaying to cover up for that 400k that went missing?
Jesus Christ, 400 grand.
Just went missing.
And the company actually said, actually, you're right. There is 400 grand missing.
Still not about money?
Respect.
Apparently not.
RESPECT.
Apparently not.
Respect is worth 400k still.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, I mean, like, how do you feel going forward? What's going to happen? You think, like, this is it?
Well, after Joe more or less fatality those guys like he was playing Mortal Kombat, he
Like
did
the
say to them,
60s.
if your energy is right,
Oh, wow. He didn't.
Yeah, he did.
he did.
Right.
How do you feel about that, Shaw? If someone said to you all
No.
that stuff said to you, and then he said to you, but if your
No.
energy's right, you can come back and
No.
on the sofa.
No. It's
No?
muggy. It's
It
muggy
is
at
muggy,
best.
isn't it?
It is muggy at best.
Yeah.
But you know what I didn't like? Is more brought up some stories like, yeah, there was that time you had the issue with consequence and da-da-da.
And the boys came
I
through.
just felt like
Was
two
that-
rights don't make a
was that
wrong.
important?
All right, I know you're pissed
But
off
Joe
about the
said that about Rory, though.
I know you don't like the detergent story, which to me is still fucking hilarious. But I just felt like more for someone who lives and dies on the hill of respect and all of that. I just didn't feel like I needed to know about.
Moore was right with.
Do you know what
Yeah.
what it is? Yeah, I feel like obviously there is too much emotions in this thing. Like that's why they say you can't really mix friendships with business. But if you're gonna, I personally think there's a right way to do everything.
Of course, yeah.
But
100%.
I think what it is if you're gonna say, if you lot are saying you're friends, there's certain things you don't do to your friends. You get what I'm
Yeah,
things
or
you do.
say.
I'm
You
saying.
don't have to say.
Obviously, Joe made it clear that how him and Rory were not brethren. He said that how
He
me
did,
and Rory-
yeah. But then I
I don't
felt
even think you should have done that. I just think you get me. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
he's made Rory look crazy.
measly is the word he used.
he's make
Rory's done some mad stuff though. Showing up at man's house when he's a bit mad.
So the whole thing with academics.
We need to bring. Shout out to Joe with the assist. We need to bring academics into the picture.
Magic Johnson out here.
So he had so basically, because we could talk about it now, we're
Yeah.
not being chatty patty. It's out there.
No, it's out there. It's official.
Rory had a chick on the side, even though he was engaged.
Yeah.
She went around to Academics' yard.
Was it pillow talk situation, or she just went there and told him what was happening?
Academics has never come out and said he did anything. He just said that she was in the yard.
Interesting. She respectfully ended up in his yard.
Respectfully.
Gets like that.
Yeah, it gets like that. So something went in his letterbox.
Yeah, so he must have said allegedly this is what's happened with what does he call him? Was it Rory?
He calls him Rory.
Yeah. So Rory must have sent around his goons to leave a little note. You know, like the mafia used to do back in the day. Like to academics.
Oh, okay.
To say we were here, we know where you live.
And then he tweeted out
what did he tweet?
an address. Was it the address?
Something
Or the
wild.
postcode
Yeah. I think so.
of where academics
lives. Now, academics, let's put it on record. Academics is not a bad man. He doesn't promote. He's a bad man, and I think academics just like the ratchet shit, and he promotes it a lot. But that was a step too far, considering how much money we thought you were handling before this all came out. Roy didn't do that. That was petty. You could have just said to Ak, yo, Joe, I need to speak to your man, Ak. All right, cool, bet. Put him on the phone and be like, yo, son, my business is not your business. Don't try and profit off of my business. All right, cool, I've got... You know, he was deflecting a lot when the real story was, you're engaged and you got something on the side, Rory. Let's not try and...
Black woman as well.
Shit, see? This is what happens.
Got to protect our ladies.
Yeah.
Then we let you in the party and this is how you treat us. Just, you know what I mean? You got invited to the barbecue and this is what you're doing. All right, cool.
So yeah, it's a bit crazy. I mean, to summarize, what do you think is going to happen? Really, is this thing over for sure?
It has to be.
Is it done?
Has to be.
Is this how it's ending? Like this?
I think that if they come back, they can't.
It's just not going to be the same, is it?
But it wasn't the second episode. After the transparency episode, it wasn't. It was a little bit.
The trans episode was a madness.
They ain't coming back, man. Joe's going to have to pay them and they're going to keep it moving.
Yeah, just pay the P and then see what happens. But it was very telling.
Yeah.
It was very
Even
telling.
more, you could just see Moore was just not interested. Moore was just had no energy.
Moore spoke so much on that little $2 thing than he has for like majority of the show.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Moore, like...
Can they do a podcast together?
This was going to be my next
after a
question.
year, otherwise they're getting sued.
What's that called? Gardening leave or whatever it's called?
Yeah. Maternity.
Joe said on an Instagram live he would never sue his friends.
Okay.
Well,
he was just caught up in his feelings when he said it that time.
That means he's suing Rory.
Yeah.
That means he's going to sue Rory, innit?
Man said he knew Joe changed when Joe started wearing the Amari hats, bro. I passed out. I couldn't stop laughing.
You need good leadership to understand it's not just about you.
have you just Googled it?
No.
Oh, she's looking at your phone.
You know, it's just the vibes.
I'm reading a book here called Leaders Eat Last. I haven't read the whole book. I'm on the first chapter, but the first chapter is about empathy and understanding your employees.
Yeah.
And your employees are people too. So, Joe, if you watch this podcast,
Which he does.
take notes.
Obviously.
Hey, and Joe, disclaimer, don't try and take any talent from the show to put on your show.
Yes,
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
I mean, I'm not technically talent, but I would,
Listen.
so.
Listen, if you think you're gonna treat me like Rory and Ma, fam, you must be sadly
You
mistaken.
can't
relax.
You
Yeah.
can't
Paperwork
have
will be
two
right.
Joes.
I can't speak for Morgan, but I think Trim would definitely keep rocking with the Fast Food Podcast.
he
This
would.
guy over here in his
On this side of the wall.
do you know what I mean?
Come
This
on.
guy with his baby blue pastel jumper, he might switch sides like Anakin. I'm not too sure, but I hope.
Well, it was
stays.
Denise that picked this out for me still.
Oh, yeah?
Denise from Clubhouse.
Oh, okay. Look at you.
Stylist.
He's big time.
It's
I just asked what colours was
There's-
in season.
Funny you say that, Joe. No one mine or I speak for my absent brother Trim's contract, anything about stylist, budget, any of those things there, but it's cool. I mean, but we're still at the beginning, so nothing bad could, yeah. The man moving like Joe Budden.
So, Els, before we sign out, anything that we need to know, the people need to know, I want to say, Char, come back on the show anytime.
Yes.
Oh, I'd love to.
Come back on the show anytime. I feel like if podcast is the roads that you want to go down, just...
You never know, I might be here next time telling you about a new podcast.
Ooh,
so
come
you
on.
can, doing a bit
Pretty
of what Joe did
exclusive.
there.
Yeah, just do, and again, you're always welcome here. If you just want to come and chill and chop it up with us, we're always here. Trim will be back in a fortnight.
Yeah.
Is anything anyone needs to know? Obviously, we're on all the DSPs, Spotify, Soundcloud, we're on iTunes, and we're on Google Podcast. Episodes will come out on YouTube 2 days after the audio, so just look out for that. We're just gonna have fun. We're entering the summer now, so and the doors are opening, so hopefully we got more stories to come back. Naked stories, maybe.
Oh, I got a story for you.
We could have naked stories. Should we do an episode called Naked Stories?
We could do that.
I'm confused. Of what?
Because it's just like what happened in the summer, getting naked.
Do you think people get naked? Do you think it's that kind of summer?
I think it's going to be naked summer.
It's going to be a bit wild, right?
It's like
this might be the wildest summer.
Listen,
People
everybody.
out here getting street
Listen.
What are they called? Street cards. Have you seen them?
What's that?
You've not seen the street cards?
No.
You know what they are, don't you?
No, I don't. So.
You don't know
He
street
does
cards?
know.
I don't even want to speak on too much.
Oh.
What is street cars?
People are having street cards made with
What-
their little
what is
barcode.
that? No, genuinely,
You're
what
for the
is that?
streets. You're for the streets. It's a street
Oh,
card.
wow.
It's a thing.
Oh,
Is it
wow.
contactless?
I don't think it is, you know, just a little barcode. You're not trying to touch now?
Do you think? I'm wondering if I belong to the streets now. You say that, you know.
I think you kind of do, you know.
Can you,
Do you
can you
think
not
so?
be both?
Yeah, because
Can you-
because I want Drizzy to meet somebody so much, so badly.
Same.
But at the same
Same.
time, I want him to enjoy himself, and I feel like because of the pandemic, he's still.
wait for cuffing season.
You got some
get
you
some
got
right out of the
exciting times ahead of you.
Yeah.
Use your discernment, fam.
Yeah, get some right out of the way.
Use some detergent.
Yeah, that too.
And on that note,
No, birthday boy. It's our birthday month.
That's right.
We're not going to be recording when it's your birthday or my birthday.
That's right.
So we should have a toast. But you drank
Can
your
we
juice
go
because it's
out?
so
Can-
quick.
can we
Yeah, we
go
should go
out?
somewhere. It's just
Yeah.
for a meal, cinema, something. Remember we used to go to cinema all the time.
Yeah,
Link
we
up,
used to.
big gang and all
I'm
that.
not going to lie, I want to go drinking.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
cool.
but this-
Well, you can bring drinks to cinema.
bring the alcohol in. This guy brought
Yeah,
alcohol in, didn't you?
Odeon.
I was
I've always
like,
been
calm.
drinking to this.
To be honest, I sneak snacks in.
I've
a
had
lot of snacks.
Yeah.
I had a whole Nando's in the cinema.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah, when we watched what was it? Endgame. Was it
Endgame.
Yeah, we had Nando's in the cinema.
Rex.
Yeah.
And
That's how we
drink
roll.
and juice.
I'll be up with that.
We bask.
play.
We bask in our glory.
And a long, glorious road it shall be. All right? Because I'm not lying, man. When I'm seeing man's podcast over there, I'm like, yo, fam, we got to keep our shit ziplocked.
Yeah.
Like 12 nuns in a church.
100%.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's key.
That tight. You know what I'm saying?
No, real talk.
So I want to wish my brother Morgan a happy birthday.
And to you
advance.
too, because
Yes.
both of our birthdays would have passed by the time we come
Yeah.
back
Come
to
back
the
on.
show.
Yeah.
To the illustrious Morgan Heights.
Come on.
Jeez.
Marks, you know?
Come on. Black power.
Yes.
Bars,
Yes.
I like that.
Come on.
Thank you,
And
guys.
luxuries.
Thank you, Char.
Yeah, we do
You
this.
know,
Make
definitely
people
gonna
and
do
that.
something,
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
It's been a pleasure.
Pause.
Made
Joseph.
extra special by
Blessings.
Oh,
Guys, if I-
before we forget, don't forget, go on my IG page, click on the bio, and donate to the good cause.
Sponsor.
All right, I didn't cycle for like damn near 7 hours,
Gotta go and do it.
so please donate, please. I want to know where the money resides, where the money resides. Yeah.
Char, thanks for coming. We love
It's been
you.
a pleasure.
Yes.
Blessings. Come back again, Drizzy.
Absolutely.
I'll see you in a fortnight. Shout out to
Yep.
Trim Trimmer, who's got the keys to my
to the
bimmer.
bimmer. Shout out
This has
Trim.
been a Fast Food Podcast,
Yes.
episode 8. Peace.
Yo, I get that feeling in my stomach like I'm feeling for a come up, like a pregnant woman eating for her unborn son or daughter. Serial killer with a splash of cold milk. These men are built by weight, lactic acid, home skills for the massive more meals for the gastric hole still. Listen, we may clash, but the titans don't chill. This is food for four, food for you all. We ain't the news, just a crew with the tools for the sport. Fast food.